Diane Welly for the record. On your comments about the executive sessions, I'm just curious, when you three are no longer commissioners, you are simply members of the public, is that correct?
Yes.
You are no better, you have no more influence, you're just us.
We are just you now.
In the middle of an executive session last week, both on Tuesday and Wednesday, because it was continued into Wednesday, both past commissioners showed up here, one of whom walked into this area back here in the middle of an executive session. And I'm curious why we're not allowed as the regular public, but they are.
So the problem that you have with executive sessions is a person can say, I invite this person to an executive session. And so if you have a majority of the board that say, I want other commissioners to help me dictate what I'm going to do, and they come to a meeting,
But they're
they can
not
do that.
commissioners.
If I had the majority on this board and I said, Diane, I'd like you to come to this executive session, and they voted in that way, you could do that.
Okay, that's my question.
That is why local elections matter, so you elect people that you want to be in those positions that make decisions like that.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Christine?
Approximately when was the request to?
State your name for the record.
Christine Logue, for the record. The request for a workshop, do you happen to remember or recall the date specific to that?
I don't.
And the
It's
timeline?
like 4 weeks ago, I think, at this time. I did agendize the item as a regular meeting item to discuss property management, and that was the day that it was, the request for a workshop was asked. Or they didn't advance the issue, they said they wanted a workshop.
A workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember something, but I couldn't remember a date and wondered if that was something that you had offhand.
I'll get that one to you for sure. Spencer?
Good morning, it's Spencer Hutchings. Welcome back, Asia. Glad you had a safe trip. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, I was kind of curious about some of the executive session stuff and some of the rules around the, unauthorized meetings between commissioners or whatever. And I'm kind of wondering, because it was reported to me by a couple different people that some of the former commissioners, or one or more of the former commissioners, was going back and forth between Mr. Bradshaw's office and Mr. Omot's office. And I'm wondering, if since they can't have a meeting outside, just openly just have a meeting together, what's the rule around them having somebody go back and forth and carry a conversation for them? I mean, if that's what's going on. I just thought that was kind of odd and kind of underhanded and I don't know, just a little bit slimy, but
I'm not going to be able to, I can't impact things like that. I'm trying to focus on what I can impact, and that I do understand the concern. I did hear the same thing, but there's nothing I can do if something like that's happening. So I'm trying to focus on what I can positively impact in Bonner County. Mr. Kramer?
Now, pardon me. No, I'm going to step in as the chairman. To begin with, this had nothing to do with your report. The lies that are being propagated by some people are completely disrespectful to the members of the public, and I am going to pull it back to the order of the agenda. If Commissioner Williams, if you would like to entertain comments in regards to your report, that is great. But what will not be tolerated by the board is straight up lying in regards to the actual events. Let me speak unequivocally. First off, there were 2 members that were here last week. And the lies, can I be more clear? Whether it is a lie of omission or commission, a lie is a misrepresentation of truth. When Jeff Connolly came up because he was at the Panhandle Forest Collaborative, he never entered into this room. So whether or not he may or may not have gone back and forth, I have no clue, because you know what? Commissioner Bradshaw and myself were in this room in executive session. As a matter of fact, I never even discovered that he was in our office where he worked for a number of years. So let me state unequivocally, lies are not going to be tolerated. And because of that, there will not be public comment today.
So I'm gonna.
This meeting is recessed.
Wait,
tyranny?
wait, just one.
It is 10:23.